Hello everyone, we are back to Medieval Dynasty. We are starting our Season 2, Episode 1 today. We're going to be doing things a little bit different than we did in Season 1. We are going to change some of the settings on the new game to craft multiples and to do the faster building. We're also going to bump the build limit. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to build a crap ton of extra buildings. I would just like to have the option, since you have to set it on game start. We know that the default cap is 60. So if we want to maintain that, we can keep ourselves honest with not going above 60 buildings. But having the option available, I think, is going to be very important, especially if we want to make this last until Oxbow comes out. So we are starting fresh. We're going to try to use some of the things that we learned from Episode 1 to streamline our beginning, and we'll see how it goes. We are no longer doing Armor Core because most of the people that voted for Armor Core were not even watching the videos, and most of those of you that regularly participate, that interact with me during the stream, that watch the streams and comment on the streams, were not engaging with the Armor Core stuff. So to me that says that you guys weren't interested, and as cool as it would be to add more people to our little community here, I very much value those of you that have supported me up to this point and hopefully will continue to do so. And if you're not interested, then let's get back to something that you guys did find interesting. I think that's going to be the best way to do it, and the best way to show that I do legitimately care about you guys and it's not just lip service. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game, and we are going to customize the game. We're going to leave the difficulty at normal. We're going to leave all these other things at normal. We are going to change... not carry weight. We're going to enable fast crafting and fast building. And we are going to change, not the XPs, we want that to stay normal. The needs we want to stay normal. I thought there was... oh, buildings limit. Here we go. It's at 100%, so let's go ahead and bump that to 200%. It was 60 base, so it should be 120 this way. So we'll give that a shot, and we will start the game from those settings if it will let us. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and load in and get started. I have to remember to turn my mouse sensitivity back down too. There we go. Ta-da! Brand new, fresh start. So we're going to want to... why can I not... there we go. This is weird. Got like a weird tracer thing going on with my... I want to work on grabbing as much stuff as I can for knives, because we are going to make the run like we did in the beginning of the last season, where we're going to make the run to try and get ourselves a bow and some arrows straight off. I feel like head bobbing is worse than usual. I might need to change that setting so nobody gets motion sick. Hey. Gameplay maybe? Head bobbing. There we go. Let's turn that off. We'll leave camera shakes on, player breathing on. Yeah, let's do that. Yes, please keep them. Let's see if that's a little bit better. Oh, yes, that's loads better. Okay. Have to get used to the control scheme again. Well, I missed a potion. Grabbing those isn't going to hurt. Might help. I do want to, we're going to build in a little bit of a different spot. Alright, fine, we'll grab the plantain. Jesus. Give me the rock! Thank you. And we don't have our alt ability yet. This is going to be a little weird because we don't have most of the stuff that we're used to having. But that's alright, we will make do until we unlock them again, because it shouldn't be that awful hard. Now, we should be looking at much faster crafting times. So it's going to go around once, and then it should complete all 6 in one craft, I believe is how the fast crafting works. Yep. We just got 6 stone knives. Unagast. Those eyes, I didn't think I would see them again. One blue is the sky, the other black is a lump of coal. That's funny, my grandmother used to describe them the exact same way. So you're not a ghost. Good. For a second there, I thought I lost it. But your eyes, they look just like him. I'm sorry you must have mistaken me for someone. I'm new in these parts, just arrived to the valley, actually. My name is Rasamir. I'm Wanda's son, aren't you? Lorden's nephew? What, did you know my mother? Not really. I knew of her. We didn't ever actually meet. He wanted to keep his family separate. I don't think I understand. You will. Wait, what do you mean by didn't I know her? Is she well? I hope she is now, wherever that might be. I've lost both my parents in the war. This world. I guess it can be as cruel as it is beautiful. I'm sorry, my boy. No one should lose their loved ones at such a young age. It's okay, they died so I could live, and I plan to make the best of the life in order to honor their sacrifice. Yeah, I really don't want to talk about that. We're going with option 2. Of course, my boy, of course. I apologize. You mentioned my uncle Eorden. I actually came here looking for him. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Your uncle Eorden is no longer with us. He passed away 3 years ago. I'm sorry. I know how you must feel. He was a dear friend of mine. So that's it. I'm the only one left. Don't say that. Look at me. The valley is full of warm-hearted people who can gladly aid you with whatever you need, and I'm one of them. So what should I do now? You're free to go wherever you like and start a new life. I hereby grant you the permission of the Castellan to build a farm on any unutilized land in the valley. Construct yourself a house and see what comes next for you. You can even build a whole village if you please. There are many travelers passing through. Maybe some of them would like to join your settlement. Just like that, I can take the land free of charge. Well, you'd have to pay taxes to the king annually. But apart from that, you're free to do as you please, as long as you don't break the law, of course. Or at least don't get caught doing so. That sounds amazing. The valley looks beautiful as well. I think I'll stay here and see what fate has in store for me. I'm glad to hear that. You can find resources all over the land. Grab a few rocks and sticks from the ground. Craft yourself a simple axe. With it, you can cut down trees and chop them into logs. Then you can create a wooden hammer. And that will be crucial in the building process. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. When you build yourself a home, come back to Gustovia and talk to my wife, Dobroniega. She manages the tavern. Ask her to feed you. You must be famished, and then grab some beers for the both of us and come back. I'll tell you some stories about Eorden. Sounds like a plan to me. Yep. Is there a way to... We're gonna have to see about canceling the tutorial stuff, because at this point it's really unnecessary. Now, so the first level is going to be more or less a waste. It's a throwaway point. And we are going to go off the setup that we discovered last time so that we don't have to worry about the herbalism hut, because we're not going to have to worry about respecking. As we already know what we want for skills based on our Season 1 playthrough. So that's going to help a little bit. So let's go into our skills and survival. And we're going to go with insensitive for our first one. And that's really not going to be a huge help to us. The only reason that we're taking that is to unlock these, because survival sense is super important. How's everyone doing tonight? At least we don't have to stand here for 20 minutes while we craft that. That's nice. So let's come on up here. I would love to buy some flax seeds and get that started straight away, and that's definitely something that we're going to do this season. But we need to make sure that we are not carrying a bunch of crap that is going to weigh us down while we make this trek over to get a backpack, because remember, our weight allowance is going to be very, very limited in the beginning here. Is not only do we have to worry about the fact that we don't have the backpacks for the increase, but we also don't have the skills for the increase yet, so that's going to be part of it too. Hopefully we don't encounter any bandits along the way, because right now we only have a knife. Stesso! What's shaking, bacon? I'm just glad that you guys are back. I figured with the way that vote went that more people would be interested, but nobody was interacting, and I missed you guys, so I'm glad that we're back here. I really am. Oh! Production level. Okay, so this one's going to be kind of useless. The knowledges really aren't going to help us all that much in the beginning. We are going to go with crafting knowledge, though, because that's the one that we use the most. But we're basically only doing it to unlock the stuff down here, so that we can do handyman and start getting further down the tree. So we're going to go ahead and drop into... We're going to hit the wrong button again, because that seems to be the theme of this evening. Your sleeping has gotten worse again, so you're up late. Well, I'm glad to see you, buddy. I'm sure that sucks for your life in general, but I am happy to see you. Hey, we already unlocked the workshop. We aren't even to the first town yet. Well, that we've been to the first town, but we haven't been to a town that we actually care about yet. And as of right now, we don't have enough survival to see them. Hey, Maddie. Debating on getting this game. I like building, especially in medieval, but I don't see a lot of fighting either in this game. Would you recommend it? I absolutely adore Medieval Dynasty, but if you're one that prefers combat like you see in Ark or Grounded or other games like that, then this combat is going to be very disappointing to you. We will get into some combat eventually, but it is much slower and quite a bit clunkier as far as the combat goes. The building, however, is absolutely phenomenal, and the idea that you can recruit villagers and keep them happy and get materials out of them is super fun. You get to actually build a functioning village. So it's kind of like a mix between a survival game, a survival game, a simulation game, and a city planning game all at once. It's definitely a unique vibe, and it keeps us coming back. I mean, everybody takes breaks from it, but I don't think any of us have ever truly quit playing Dynasty. I highly recommend the game in general. The problem is, like you said, there's not a terrible lot of combat, and what there is either super brutal or super messy. It's not, it was not designed around combat. The bandits actually came quite a bit later than most of the other aspects of the game. And other than bandits, hostile animals are all that you really have to worry about. I didn't realize there was a big old flat area here, too. Oh yeah, I did. I've built here before. So we're actually going to build on this side this time. Up in here. I think. Those roads might be a problem. We'll take a look at it. We might wind up building here. I've built here before, so I would really prefer not to do it again. Those might actually be bandits. Let's, Yep, those are bandits, and we got no bow. So we're just gonna come on down into the water. Because there's no way I can take them with just a, knife. They're gonna destroy us. As they hit for the same amount that you hit for, and their archers do aim for your head. So, and headshots count on you as well. They can seriously drop you with a shot or two. Because a spear never hurts. And we did find out that we don't have to actually equip the knives to use them. So, we're going to go ahead and slot that into 1. What do we get for skills? We got more survival. Okay, so headstrong or survivalist? Oh, not headstrong, no. Strong as an oak or survivalist. We'll start with survivalist, because that's going to save us some time here. That makes me happy. Yeah, when I ran the Deep Rock Galactic, because we just ran it for that day, just for shits and giggles, and when I checked it out on when I was cutting it, I noticed that the quality was just absolutely atrocious. So I went into my settings to figure out what the hell was going on, and it turns out that when I updated OBS, it actually reset all of my settings to default a few months back, and I'm pretty sure that's why our quality dropped to begin with. So I reset all of my settings to where I wanted them, and we should be in much better shape now. Okay. Wow, she bought all of those like a champ. Okay, so we're gonna want to get the large pouch, I believe, is the biggest. Just go into clothing, it'll be easier. The simple large backpack is going to be one of the ones that we want. That's going to take half of our money. Not 2, just 1. And then the other one that we're going to want, I believe, is it the large pouch? That's 10. What other pouches do we have available? Small pouch. So yeah, I guess it's just the large pouch. Okay. So there we go. Now, when we equip these, this is going to allow us to actually carry reasonable amounts of weight. We're up to 65. Yep, those were the right ones. So we're up. This should make us quite a few, hopefully enough to buy the stuff from Gisela that we need. Oh, thank God we don't have to sit here for 16 knives. This is going to be so much nicer. Okay, so we want the recurve. Well, we can't afford it just yet, so let's find some stuff to sell. See, we can sell that bucket, because we're not going to need a bucket straight away. Stone knives. That's going to give us 360, which is at least enough to get us our bow, I think? Yeah, we've got enough for the bow. And we're going to have to buy some arrows until we get a hunting shack up, so that's going to cost 94. Well, it's not as many arrows as I would like, but it is better than not having any at all. It's 9. It is 9 arrows. That's rough. I don't want to give up the copper axe. We can give up this fish meat, because we're probably not going to use that. The apples, same. Sell that for junk. I think, because these would be great money, but I actually want those to eat them. Although we do have plenty of dried meat. You know what? Screw it. Let's get rid of the oat rolls and get some more arrows. Alright, well, it's better than nothing. It's 21.
Hello there.
Or was that sticks? That was sticks. So how are we doing on arrows? We've got our recurve bow for number 2. And we've got 21 stone arrows. Okay. That's not ideal, but it is better than what we had. So we are going to save this to Season 2. Now, I did make a backup of Season 1, so if we accidentally save over Season 1 because I've been known to do stupid things, it's not the end of the world. We actually do have a backup, so it's not going to disappear, regardless of anything silly that I do. Okay, so at this point, we may as well get started on our village. I would absolutely love getting more money, but we need to go get our house up and start, at least get a hunting shed up so that we can make our own arrows. And I also want to drop those bandits because they are way too close to where I plan on building. I wouldn't mind tagging an wolf or two, but I'm worried that they're going to get the jump on us because we don't have our animal's glow ability yet. We're going to have to get a little bit of hunting done before that shows up. I don't remember if traps count towards hunting or not, but that's an option. We might build a couple of traps and see. I think they go towards survival instead, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Alright, let's drop a quick save. Yep, they were. Yes, they were. Seriously. Yep, I'm aware. I just got chunked in the face. Okay, that went way better than our first encounter with bandits in our first season. So we're gonna eat some plantains to get our health back. Woo! I guess playing the shooters helped a little bit. Got me back in the swing of having to worry about things like that. Alright, what tools do... Okay, stone axe, I'll take that. We'll use that. What'd you have, champ? Just fists, huh? Can I have my arrow back? Hey, I can! Sweet. How about you? Can I have my arrow back? Sweet. And, oh, we got 3 out of 4 of the arrows back. The only arrow that we don't have so far is the one that I missed with. And I'm hoping that we can get it back as well. I'm not seeing any mark for tools dropped, so I'm guessing 2 of them were unarmed. Alright, so, yep, there's my arrow. We got all 4 arrows back. That is so exciting. Okay, that was interesting. Oh, okay. So that's what I mean by it's a little bit clunky. And, I mean, he hit me with one of the shittiest weapons in the game. It's really not even meant to be a weapon. It's a tool for chopping down trees. And he still took a good portion of my health. So that's what I meant by it being a little clunky. But that was not the worst showing. I'm very happy with how that wound up. Oh. Oh, are you kidding me? That would have been a free backpack. We wouldn't have had to pay for one. Oh. Well, that sucks. I guess we have a spare. I don't know why. I mean, this is a hardcore game, so if we die, we're not going to lose the backpack. But yeah. All right. It's a little too hilly, I think. I really don't want to try to build around these hills. So I think we are going to come back over here and try to build around here. Alright. So yeah, looking at across here, it's much more flat than the other side was. So I think... so the building, we're actually getting ready to build a house. It's not like Minecraft style, it's not completely free build. You do have to be a little, serious about how you handle it. Let's see. So north. Yeah, the trees are going to be an issue. There really aren't that many trees. I think we can make that work, though, as long as we get 2 logging places up relatively early and get them staffed. So let's go ahead and do... Nope, not farming. We want housing. Tier 1 simple house. So we are facing north on this. It's not going to fit the terrain as closely as I would like, but it's going to let us keep straight lines, so we're going to go with it. Oh, that was nice! Okay. Okay. I can handle that. That fast building is really going to make a difference, too. We're not going to be spending all day hammering a house together. I completely forgot that we had fast building. I was expecting to have to hammer that 10 times. So at this point, we have a house, Maddie. So we can come up here and we can edit, because it's default wattle, so it's going to take logs and sticks. But if we edit it, we can actually change it to either wood or stone. And since we get the best results out of stone, we're going to go around shifting everything to stone. Now the roof is going to be the big problem because we cannot make planks yet. We don't have a woodcutter up. I didn't want that to be a door. I wanted that to be a window. Thank you. So I would love to upgrade the roof as well. Do we have the capability of building a woodcutter yet? That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. No. We need more building technology before we can build that. So we're going to have to stick with the base roofing for now and upgrade it as we get more stuff unlocked, I think. Yeah. So the creative part in the building comes in that I changed all of these to stone, but you can also, like, say I didn't want a window here, I can make it a wall instead. Or if it's a place that allows more than one door, I could actually put the door back here instead of on the other side. But I tend to pick what they do because I am not great at creatively building houses. Well, we can get a well now, which is great because we totally don't live right next to a river. I was hoping to be able to put the woodcutting place near our storage building because I don't want to have to run all the way over there to chop down logs like we had to in our last season. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to work quite the way I had planned. We still need logs for the inside. I forgot about that. So we still need one more. Oh, did I not? I didn't loot this stuff. I guess it's a good thing we hung around. That would have been some coins that we didn't get. Okay, and then straw. So I'm going to drop that extra log in here just for weight reasons. Hopefully our trap will nab something while we're out. But let's see, because I don't think this has any actual straw in it. I think it just looks like reeds. I was wrong. We have reeds right here. I am okay with being wrong. Well, that just made our life a whole lot easier, didn't it? I think 32 is enough. Yeah. I know how to build. Fireplaces, no, but there are decorations that you can put inside. You can do wall decorations and hanging decorations. In our last season, we did wall lamps, or ceiling lamps inside a couple of the houses, and various other things. So, oops. Yeah. So if we go to decorate here, like there's a crap ton of different wall decorations that you can put up. Hanging racks, double hanging racks, shelves. And then on the inside, you can also do, you have 4 slots that you can play with. And there's some gemeli, there's hanging lanterns, lots of different styles. And then this is a small house, so it's got 2 beds and then 1 for a child, which for us is fine, but the bigger houses are required for, what the hell is a coverlet? Oh, it's a gift. Okay. We'll keep that on us for flirting reasons, and because it's light. The firewood we're going to go ahead and put in here for now. The log we're going to put in here for now. The rest of this crap we're going to try and sell. We have so many sticks. So we should collect a bunch of rocks to get more knives to sell. And we'll sell that wicker crate that we found. So here we can also get a free fire going on, where we can cook stuff. I'm not sure if roasted fish is worth more than regular fish or not, but it can't hurt. And since we make them both at the same time, we'll just go with it. And then we've got stuff that we can cook in the cauldron as well. Soups and porridges and such. Forgot about the skills. So we did get another survival skill, which is going to let us put points into slower consumption of stamina. That's going to be the most important because I sprint everywhere like an nincompoop. Alright, we have plenty of sticks, we need rocks. I would love to make a trip to a mine. That would probably get us all the rocks we wanted very quickly, but since we can't do anything with the ore yet, I feel like it might be a bit of a waste. And we're going to need to pick up at least 100 fertilizer. And I want to get a flax field going straight off. I know we can't do anything with the flax, but the seeds are going to make us a significant amount of money at the end of spring, and I would hate to miss that huge payout at the beginning of our very first season available. It's going to give us a hell of a leg up. And then we do have some other buildings that we need to get up as soon as possible for money-making reasons as well. But I think the field is going to be the most beneficial straight away. So it'll also help us get some cabbage to get some real food going and not survive on just meat. Now, it wants us to set a rabbit trap, and we already have one. So I'm not entirely sure if we're going to have to wait for that to expire. Hey, we can build a smithy! Wait, are you kidding me? Oh, absolutely, and you as well. If you're ever interested or ever have any more questions, don't be afraid to come visit. We do enjoy answering questions. Where's our... The smithy's over here, right? Yeah. So we could effectively... Well, we are going to need the stone sickle for the flax, aren't we? Do we have enough money for that? Yes. Excellent. So we could actually start getting copper tools right now. Like, that's not an outlandish thing. I wish it would show us... Oh, it does. Up here. Okay. So we want potage? Yes. And that leaves us with 30, which is not enough to buy any of the other recipes just yet. So we also are going to want the wooden spoon and the small wicker basket eventually, but the wooden spoon and the wooden vial right away. So let's head up towards, I believe Tikti has a farmer? It's either Tikti or Rolnica. One of those two has a farmer. I actually think it's Rolnica. Okay, so we can sell him some apples. And a beer bottle, because why not? Some cheeses, some wine. The dandelion, it's going to be a long time before we can do anything with that. Let's sell him... You know what, we can get more feathers. We'll sell him what we've got. Flatbread. Fur, because we know fur isn't really worth it. Hops really aren't worth it yet. Oat rolls, onions, roasted fish meat, and a crap ton of stone knives. And a wicker crate. Okay. So at this point, we should be able to get our 100 flax seeds. We can't even afford 100 flax seeds. Okay, so back to stone knives. Fertilizer. We need 12. That gives us enough to buy 13. We can buy our 12. And be done with you. Now, he is still holding basically all of our money. So we will have to try to come and clean him out later. But for now, I just want to get back across the way and get a field set up somewhere. So I had an idea on how I wanted to set up the village for this playthrough. I wanted to have the field be at one end with the barn, since the barn has doors on both sides, and then have one side open onto the field and then the other side open into the alleyway of the crafting. Oh, sweet. Okay, so it's not going to let me get away with calling that a set trap. I'm going to have to actually build one. That's alright. So something that we are going to have to do is make a hoe for sure. Did we get any leather? Oh. So we've got an extra building point, and I think because the faster crafting, I guess it is going to help for the initial craft, but it's not going to be nearly as important as it was for and neither's the stamina, because we're not hitting it so many times. So I guess, yeah, the initial crafts are going to be the most important. This builder lower durability loss isn't going to matter because of the way that works. So, yeah, I guess we'll just get that initial craft as quick as possible. we do need to get ourselves a hoe and leather. Right, that's the whole reason I opened the inventory. Yeah, that was the whole reason I opened the inventory, was to check to see if we had leather enough to make them. So I know we have fur, but I don't think we've picked up any leather yet. We haven't. That's going to be a problem. I really, really need to get enough hunting XP to get back our... to get back our ability to see animals. The deer is actually going to be better than a pig, I think. Although we need 8, so we might have to down more than 1. Yep, we're going to have to down more than 1. Where'd my miss go? There it is. Now, I did notice another deer that ran off. We just need to get enough hunting experience that we can, actually use that ability properly again. Oh, wow. Noted. One shot, headshot doe. So that should be 6. Yep. We only need 2 more leather. So we're going to head south, like Stesso recommended, and see if we can find some piggies. Is that a piggy or is that a rock? That's a rock. Even another deer would be welcome. Although we're going to need more than 1 seed bag for 100. That's a wolfie. I didn't know there were wolfies up here. Unfortunately, that gave fur instead of leather. But at least we're making the area safe. I thought that the piggies were over in here. I could be wrong, though. I'm less familiar with this area than I am over by the lake, just because of how recently we played over by the lake. Hopefully there were just the 2 wolves. Oh, there might be more deer here. Come on, psych. Land a shot. So that's 1 bag. Which unfortunately is not going to be enough for a 100 field. Oh, that's 3 bags. Are they not 8 apiece? No, they're only 3 apiece. Jesus. I hope 3 bags is enough. I'm not entirely sure it will be. But I think maybe? Okay, so let's do... Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yep, I'm aware. So let's go ahead and get our wooden hose out. I'll put that in 6 for now. So the upside to this place, really, is going to be that we are more central to the map. We've got access to the 4 northern towns much faster, and we still aren't completely out of the loop for anything except for Hornica. Hornica is going to be a pain in the ass to get to, but everything else is going to be relatively easy. And Hornica is honestly always a pain in the ass to get to, so that's not really... There's our barn, which means we'll at least be able to upgrade, or to get the seeds out of this stuff. Now that's going to be important. The slower durability loss of the axe is going to be very important. At least that's going to help us bump down a little bit lower. Now the clay pits extra items I don't really care about, as we know what we're after and we know how to get it ourselves. We don't need their help, so to speak. Right, farming skills. So we've got skilled farmer, chance to harvest additional. That's going to be important. The harvesting additional is extraordinarily important. No. So we want to equip our bags, which are here. We're going to put those in 7 for now. We're going to go to 7, and we're going to go to fertilizer. And that's what we did in Season 1. I just want to make sure that we get flax done this first season, even if it's only a single field, because that boost in income is going to be so huge for year 1. Because usually in year 1 you don't have anything by the end of it. And this will hopefully give us enough to be able to afford the warm weather clothes, because we're not going to be to the second tier of the tailor by the time we hit winter. So we're not going to be able to make them ourselves right away. And honestly, since fur is really not worth it, I don't want to pay for the recipe when we can just buy them. We're also going to have to buy cabbage seeds next season. And we're going to have to buy rye seeds, or rye grain, after that, to get our rotation started. Thankfully, we should only have to buy all of the seeds once, because we are going to keep back 200 of the flax seeds. We might wind up keeping back 300, but we're for sure going to keep back 200, because I hope by the end of year 1 to have a second field available. If we're lucky, we will get 3 levels in farming by the time that we need to actually harvest this. I doubt it, but we might. We need 3 levels to get the most yield. We'll get 200% yield out of the field that way. Okay. So now for the barn, I want it to where the door opens to the gap in between the two. So we're going to go pointed south. And we want this more or less straight up the middle, like so. There we go. And now we can destroy this, knowing that it's in a perfect spot to be able to fix it up. Wow, that brought us way closer to the road than I was expecting. We are going to have to get mighty creative, I think. It's alright. Right. Skilled farmer. Another rank in that. Oh, we did! We did get 3 levels in farming, so we are going to get 100% additional crops. We're going to get double yield on our very first harvest of flax. That is phenomenal. We're going to be off to a great start. Okay, so athlete for sure. Once we finish off... Oh, that finished off athlete. So now we have 30% less stamina reduction when sprinting, which is good because I sprint everywhere. So next we're going to go for damage received and then total hit points. And I believe at once both of those are capped, we're going to have enough points left to put one more in insensitive before we're capped out. Oh, hey! We can get credit for building another rabbit trap because that one just broke. And that was one of the things required for our quests, or for our chapter. There we go. As was making a wooden spear, but I'm going to hold off on that one because we already have a wooden spear. And again, I forgot about the inside, because of course I did. Alright, Ista, so have a good night, man. It was good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Oh shoot, I didn't realize it's already actually time to close the stream. I was having such a good time with you guys. Alright, let's finish off the barn before we shut her down. But then we will probably close it down and we will pick back up tomorrow where we leave off. And get some more progress, because we're actually in pretty great shape for day 1. Well, actually, for season 1 anyway, of a new game. I'm very happy with our progress. And I'm happy to see all of you back hanging out and talking again. I missed you all, and I am sorry. I mean, we followed the vote, but it did not work out well, and I am super glad that we are back and interacting with everybody again. It makes me very happy. Yeah, we will leave it here for today. And we will pick back up tomorrow because it is that time of the night. I did not realize just how late it was until Stesso logged off and I looked at the clock. So, you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. If you learned anything useful or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. And if you're feeling friendly, maybe subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night, guys. And thank you for watching. We will see you next time.